Hi everyone, how are you? I'm Rachel Chamness at Sound Waves Heal, and today we're talking about unicorns, all about unicorns. If you have any questions about unicorns, I really want to know what they are. And I'm going to be channeling my unicorn for you and then giving you a live unicorn meditation. So, a little bit about unicorns. Unicorns are beautiful helpers. They are very much on the same realm or plane or vibration or on the same dimension as angels. So they are very much like angels in our lives. They help us, they want to help us, and all we have to do is ask. So unicorns help us. They're very, very helpful in all kinds of ways. Just like angels, you just have to ask for them to help, and they will be there. And so my story about unicorns and about just elementals in general is that I always believed in fairies and I didn't realize that unicorns were real. And once I figured out that they were real, well, that was it. Then I was off asking, well, are dragons real? Are and how are they real? If you're new to this page or to me or to other Fae oracles or people who talk about unicorns, then I can tell you unicorns and fairies and fae and all of that you see us talking about in this group and in my YouTube page and everywhere else, how are they real? Well, just like spirit guides, they are higher vibrational beings. So yes, all of the fae are real. They're all there. And in fact, everything that we have ever really come up with is real. It is real in some dimension. We have made it real. But Fae, actually, and Elementals, these are earth beings who have been on the earth before us. It's really their earth that we are on. And now they are on a higher dimension and we are in the 3D. So they can help us like spirit guides. And eventually, when our planet rises out of the 3D and when we rise in our ascension path, then we'll be able to see them a little bit better. So about unicorns. So they are helpers, just like angels. I was saying they're very much like angels. You can ask for them. They really like to help us with abundance, with getting into the flow of good things, the law of attraction. They're really into that. So are all the Fae and Elementals. They like to pour their light on us. So they have light that comes from their horns. They can use that to open your third eye, to pour light into your third eye or into your body. They are really helpful in that way. And we all have a personal unicorn or a unicorn spirit guide, however you want to think of it, that we have reincarnated with in many lives. And so if you want to think back at your life in Atlantis, perhaps you remember, perhaps you don't, but everyone who is here was also in Atlantis, then you probably had a friend who was a unicorn and a dragon, and they were your friends, and they were, touchable, they were corporeal, and you talked to them, and they were just like any other being, talking animal, I guess it was normal. And then in this life, it's like we know that, and as children, we really connect with these beings, but we're told they're not real. They are real. They're just not real 3D. They are in higher dimensions and they're our spirit guides. So yes, this is a really good question, Tracy. Serene, are unicorns considered fae or an elemental? So I did discover, if you've been watching my lives, that there are fae and there are elemental. And what's the difference? Fae are beings who are really earthly beings. They are here on Earth. They kind of consider Earth their home, and they could also be from other places as well. They didn't start on Earth, but they've been here on Earth for a long time. And Fae can also represent the kind of beings you would see in the Fae realm. And then elementals are just any other mystical being who don't really feel like they are part of the Fae realm, like dragons really feel themselves as elementals. So are unicorns Fae or elemental? They're both. They're both Fae and elemental. Though they are very much like angels, and vibrate very high, they are also found in the Fae lands, is what they tell me. So they're kind of a mix of both, but they are very high vibrational. They're very pure souls. And I don't consider like there to be different kinds of unicorns, like unicorns with a horn or without, unicorns who fly or who don't, or have wings or who don't, because I believe they all have that. They just don't always show up in the way that they show themselves to you. So I believe they can all fly whether they have wings or not, and that they all have horns whether you see them or not. So that is how I see unicorns. They are all very much like that. And then some people like Diana Cooper talk about how unicorns are all white, but I don't see them that way. I see them in many colors. And so I also see them as white. I believe that it's not that it's untrue. I think that we all see things differently. And I really admire Diana Cooper and I love her stuff. And in fact, after I discovered there were unicorns, I discovered Diana Cooper right afterwards and was like, oh, this is amazing. See, it's not just me. So they are just really wonderful beings to be connected to. And they are the color. I sometimes see them in color, in different colors, because they really like to show their what they connect to with their colors. So for instance, I have my unicorn, my bestie unicorn. Of course, I have several unicorns that I talk to and that help me, but my unicorn, her name is Midnight Moon, which is like the most ridiculous name, right? It sounds like My Little Pony. That really put me to the test of me believing that, especially so early in my journey when I met her. So her name is Midnight Moon, and she is very connected to the soul star chakra. I met her when I was working on my soul star fifth dimensional chakra, and she showed up in the colors that we associate with that, which is like a midnight blue color and a magenta. So these are actually the two colors that I also associate with divine feminine, divine masculine. The magenta being the divine feminine, and the navy or the dark blue being divine masculine. And that's where she showed up, and that's how she shows me herself, as very like navy midnight blue with a lot of magenta in her mane and in other places, and she's really beautiful. And so we had a life together, and you have a unicorn that you've had a life with as well, at least one. Oh, another good question. Yes, it is common to have more than one unicorn in your spirit team. Well, is it common? I'm not sure it's that common, but I believe that we have a lot more than we think. So we have an inner band of spirit guides that are at least 5. You could have more because you can have more in each position, but there are 5 positions. And then outside of that, you can have many, many more. So in my trance channel mediumship course, in the first level, where we learn 5 types of channeling, all the basic channeling and basic protection, and bring in your spirit guides. We bring in those 5 spirit guides, and I do often see people with a unicorn there. But if you have lots and lots of unicorns, that would really show that maybe you are a reincarnated unicorn. It can show something. Seeing who your spirit guides are really can show you a lot about yourself. I do want to let you know that if you wanted to be attuned to unicorns, this is of course what I do. I attune people to unicorns and to other beings, all kinds of fae. So I do have a free unicorn attunement. And tonight I'm going to give you a live meditation, one that's in the Tag Lightworker Community Library membership. And this one is meeting your spirit guide unicorn, or meeting your personal unicorn. That's what Diana Cooper calls it. Yeah, it's fun stuff. So I just want to tell you a little bit about unicorns, what I know about them. I know a lot about them. One thing is that where they come from. Now, they helped me channel this whole meditation that I'm going to do for you. And basically, it is a place that they come from. Is it where they all come from? No, but it's a place that they come from. And they channeled it to me as a children's story, which will be a children's story I'm writing. So they did come through to me in this way, telling me about how to go through this and meet your unicorn. And so I told it to my child, who was very young at the time. And after that, I realized it was a meditation. So then I recorded the meditation for Tag, and I'm going to do it for you tonight. First, I'd really like to bring in Midnight Moon and have her talk to you, and we'll see what she says. I really want to tell you that it's been so long since I met my unicorn. I can barely remember the story. I just remember that it was so cool with her colors and just talking to her and her name and trying to like not second guess myself about, you know, that she was real, which is always a thing with mediumship. And of course, you know, we second guess ourselves as mediums. It's sort of part of learning to be a medium or stepping into your intuitive gifts, that you really learn to believe it, you know. That's a big part of it, and how to believe it. This is kind of the thing that I'm always helping people with in my trance channel mediumship courses. Oh, and Teresa says, I want to write children's stories. I can't wait to hear about your children's stories, Teresa. Okay, I'm going to bring forth Midnight Moon, craziest name ever, I know, and have her talk to us. So I just got to bring her in. See, I feel so much peace and serenity when I bring in this unicorn. It's really amazing. Sorry, I'll let her back in. I was just like, oh, it's so good. I have to tell them. It is I. However, I have a confession to make. My name is not actually Midnight Moon, for that was for the growth of this one so long ago that I gave her that name to help her with her self-belief. And since she has grown so much with this self-belief, I now give my real name, which is Mikasha. And yes, we had a life together in Atlantis and in other places as well. Though the Fae and Elementals live on your planet and claim your planet as their own, they are also all over the galaxy in many places, in many planes. And it's not just Earth that they bring their energies forward to help others. For the Fae and the Elementals are here to help you. They wish to help you in every way, and you can call on them. For some, as you know, needs reciprocation. But for us unicorns, we do not. What we wish is just for you to ask us so that we can help you. For that is our gift to you. That is what we are wanting to do. We want to help you so much. We're so proud of all the work that you're doing, especially all those seeking enlightenment on this planet, and we wish to help you very much. I want to tell you a little story about the unicorns, for we are coming to you from another place. There are many different places that we come from, but I come from the moon of a plane or planet, however you wish to call it, called Xerxes. And so this is the story that I sent to this medium to teach you all about at least one place in which you will find unicorns gathered. And the truth is, we don't originate from this place, for we originate in source as you as well. And we originate in the spark of life that begins all. And we are part of the one as you are as well. And so this great light that encompasses us all, which is where we all come from, source, universe, God, however you wish to call it, is where we began. And we do not have lives reincarnated very often. We stay as angels in this high vibration. Occasionally, we will reincarnate for a while and come back to ourselves afterwards. And so, yes, for the one who asked the question, there are reincarnated unicorns, and there are some on Earth, but we aren't the usual but more rare. But we are there, especially in this time. There are more reincarnated unicorns than others because we wish to experience what you are here to experience, which is the great turnover of this earth, the great rising of the, what you call ascension, but of the vibration. It's incredible to witness how you all rise your own vibration. You raise it up in a very dense and inhospitable place. And you raise it and you raise it and you work on yourself. And if you could see what I see, for I see all of time at once, you would be so proud of yourself as I am of you, for much will happen, which will be exciting times. And so if you feel it's hard now, just know exciting times ahead. Exciting times ahead. I'll leave you with this. And I hope that you will experience the meditation I will bring forward through Rachel in the next portion of this live. Woo! I felt like my hands were hooves. That was absolutely crazy. I'm gonna have to rewind it and see, what did she say her name was? Mukasha? You know, I always wondered if her name was really Midnight Moon. That's hilarious. Okay. I'm glad you guys liked it. Okay, so are you ready for a meditation? Do you think you can take this time to do a little meditation here? Thank you. I would love to have you stay and do the meditation, even if you have to do it as a light visualization. Obviously, if you are driving, you'll have to do it later. Don't endanger yourself. But if you are in a place where you can lay down, or if you can get yourself situated and come back and do it, then that would be great. Okay. Anybody have any questions or anything? Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. That felt pretty deep. Okay. So here's the live meditation. Okay. So I'm just going to get comfortable. I knew there was someone in their car. Spirit showed me that. Okay, well, you wait until you get home. Okay, so just get comfortable. I really find that if you have any problems with seeing in meditations, one thing that can help is if you lean back against a chair or lie on the floor, and these sort of things help you so that you don't use a lot of your energy just to hold your body up, okay? So first we're just going to call in the angels. So calling in Archangel Michael in the south, bringing his blue sword, his flaming blue sword, representing fire. In the south, coming in to cut all cords, release all attachments and stories, clear us in every way, and stand guard on our south, turning all lower frequencies to love. Then we call in the north, Archangel Uriel, with problem solving and help for our light path, with connection to ascended earth. And this gold light, ruby red light coming in from the north with earth and standing there to transmute lower frequencies to love. And calling in Archangel Raphael in the east, bringing in that healing green light, the elements of air throughout our body and really healing our body. That. Getting us in the perfect space for meditation. And calling in the west, Archangel Gabriel with water and diamond light dragons, bringing this diamond sparkly light into all of our chakras and clearing us as well. And we call in all other spirit guides and helpers on the horizontal plane, and all ancestors and anyone else who wishes to help. Let me know if the music's still okay. I had to turn it down a little bit for myself. Hopefully it's still a good level. Okay, then we call in below Archangel Xenophon with silver light, bringing with him the ascension grid, the new earth grid from below, bringing that into our heart, that light, that grid. And then above, we call on Archangel Metatron, bringing down the ascension grid from the solar gateway, central sun, gold light, bringing that down to the hearts. Now we have gold and we have silver. We use these lights to bring them, kind of meld them together and clear out our whole energy field, repairing any rips, tears, or anything else. Now we are in our sacred sphere. We ask for Gaia to put us in a capsule in her warm ascended waters, keeping us safe so that we can safely go into this meditation. There we go. So now I want you to imagine you are in a spaceship made just for one small spaceship, and you're going through the cosmos, through the galaxy. You've been in this spaceship quite a while. Outside the windows, you can see the lights of stars and planets, distant suns, but mostly the dark sky. And perhaps this time has been spent relaxing as this ship steers itself. You have set it to go to Xerxes, which is a distant planet where you will meet your unicorn. And so you're flying through the air, you're feeling very relaxed. Perhaps you're lying down, watching the stars go by, and you're feeling a rainbow light coming upon you from Archangel Raziel. This warm, relaxing rainbow light is very healing. Begins at the tip of your toes, warming and relaxing all the bones on your feet. Then this light rises up your ankles and your calves, warming, relaxing, up the knees into the thighs, pelvis, the abdomen, warming, relaxing your lower back, your upper back, and your chest. Your shoulders. This warm light is now moving down your arms to your elbows, your wrists, your fingers and fingertips, bringing that light back up through the neck, the face, around the back of the skull, around the front of the face, the eyes, the eye sockets, warming and relaxing your whole face, your mouth, your jaw, the front of your neck, your whole body now so relaxed. But it seems that it's time to arrive at the planet of Xerxes. And so as you come down to the planet, landing softly, you look out the window. It is a beautiful, very pink planet. You've landed in the soft, warm, pink sand. And as you step out, you feel the warm sun, which is a magenta color. And the sky is a bit pink as well. You see pink sand for miles, many dunes of sand. And in the distance, you see the pink mountains, a darker pink as well, topped with snow, white snow. And so they're just of various pinks all around, but it's beautiful. It's really relaxing. And so as you just stand there a moment, letting the sun warm your eyelids, feeling that sand in your feet, you begin to see your unicorn from far, far away flying towards you. Coming closer, coming closer. Now you can make out if there are any colors or if it's a white unicorn. Landing right in front of you in the sand. Your unicorn dips their head, gives a little whinny. They're so glad to see you. Now's a good time to step forward and put your hand on their mane. See if you can sense or see or know the colors of this unicorn. Colors of their mane, of their fur, and of their horn. Can you see their wings? And of course they'll talk to you as well, so you can ask, what is your name? You may even want to hug this unicorn. So glad to see your unicorn. And now it's time to hop up on their back, which is very easy in the gravity of this planet. And their soft, soft feathers or fur, whatever you feel, their back and their wings, if they have them, they begin to come up in the air. And as you go higher, you see the sand beneath you going farther away from you as you go higher up into the sky. And they begin to fly towards the mountains. And as they do, you're flying over so many sand dunes of this beautiful light pink sand. You come to some amethyst caves, so a little purple there. Pink salt caves, more pink. Farther and farther you go, you're coming towards the mountain. Now you're starting to climb. You're going to fly over the mountain. And as you do, you start to feel the temperature drop, getting a little cooler. But you can feel the soft, soft wings or fur just keeping you so warm as you go higher and higher. And the snow begins to fall onto your eyelashes, but you're warm and comfortable. Flying over the mountains now, a little more snow. And then you begin to see the beach ahead. And as you come down the other side of the mountain, it begins to warm again. And then you come towards the shore, which has a violet ocean lapping at pink sand again, shore. And as you get closer, you begin to see other beings in the water, perhaps sea serpents or water dragons. You see large fish, all kinds of colorful fish. You see an enormous shark-like creature. Reminds you of the ancient megalodons. Off in the distance, you can see a mountain on an island, perhaps it's a volcano, and you see dragons flying around there as well. And as your unicorn flies over and around this shore, the shore begins to change and becomes rockier. You notice that the rocks are crystals. many, many different crystals on the beach instead of sand. And your unicorn takes you a little lower so you can see what color these crystals are. Are they all kinds of crystals? Are they all different colors, or are they just certain colors? It's very beautiful. And as you keep going along the shore, you begin to see the moon, this moon of this planet Xerxes. And you begin to notice there's a double helix rainbow from Xerxes planet to the moon. And so your unicorn takes you through the rainbow, through all the colors, each color feeling that same warm, healing feeling you had before with Archangel Raziel's light. Each color feeling like it's healing you somewhere deep within. And you begin to go through, up through this beautiful, interestingly shaped rainbow, all the way up to this moon. Now, when you reach the moon, this looks to you like a very small planet that's very much like Earth, perhaps like the Virgin Islands or somewhere with crystalline blue waters and white sand beaches. And as you land on the beach, you notice there are many unicorns here, and there are many mermaids as well. And they are playing games. They're having a big barbecue. They have watermelon, and they have guacamole and chips or something like it. They have all your favorite foods laid out on a table for snacks, for they knew you were coming. And they're playing on the beach, playing races, and you see the mermaids playing with the dolphins in the water. They're playing with big beach balls. They're playing all kinds of fun games. And perhaps you and your unicorn will join in a race. Perhaps you'll play some games as you enjoy this little party that's going on. Maybe you'll walk out to the shore and let the water tickle your feet as you talk to a mermaid or dolphin. Perhaps you'll walk around and meet a few other unicorns and ask them a few questions. Or perhaps you'll take this time to ask your own unicorn a few questions. Perhaps about your last life together, or how often they are near you. Give you some time to ask some questions. And now the day is coming to a close, so it might be time to say goodbye to the other friends you've met here. And climb back up on your unicorn. The unicorn's gonna say goodbye as well to all their friends. And then take you once more through the rainbow, down to planet Xerxes, around the beach with the crystal pebbles, then around the beach with the pink sand, up. You'll go back over the mountain, getting cooler and cooler as you go higher and higher. Again, a little snow falling on your eyelashes. And back down the other side, warming up again as you go over the caves of salt and caves of amethyst. Back over the miles and miles of dunes. pink sand dunes. As the magenta sun goes lower and lower in the sky. By the time you reach your spaceship, it's just becoming night. Stars are out. Beautiful night sky. Climb down from your unicorn. Give them a big hug. Ask them if they have a sign or signal they can give you when they're near. Perhaps it's a feeling or touch. Perhaps it's something you see or hear. But you'd like to know when your unicorn wants your attention. The good news is you didn't come empty-handed, so you tell your unicorn, hold on just a second. As you run back into your spaceship and find those very special carrots you brought from Earth. Unicorns love a good Earth carrot. And bring it back to unicorn. A little treat for later. And say goodbye once again. Climb back into your spaceship. Your spaceship goes high in the sky. You see all the pink below you. Remember that you can come back to planet Xerxes anytime. Come back. And then it's time to come back here, back into the room. So I'm going to count from 3 to 1. And when I reach 1, you'll be back into your room, back into your body. 3. You are feeling very much at peace, and you're going to remember everything that happened in this meditation and get to know your unicorn even better as time goes on. Then 2, feeling all the energy coming back into your fingers, back into your toes. Start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, taking deep breaths. And 1, as you return back to your body, back into the room. And then now that you're back, you want to ground in whatever way you like to, back to Gaia, back to New Earth. And you can do this if you'd like by thinking about roots of light going from the bottom of your feet, going deep, deep into the earth and connecting to Gaia's new earth grid. And take a deep breath and welcome back. So I hope you guys liked it. I did a little bit of a lighter induction, beginning part, since we're live. The Meet Your Unicorn meditation and tag monthly membership has a little bit of a deeper induction. And if you need that, it's there. If you're in tag, if not, I'd love to see you there. We also have meeting your dragon and meeting all kinds of beings, all kinds of journeys and meditations. Oh, I'm so glad you did. So if anyone wants to share about their unicorn, I'd love to hear if you met your unicorn or what they said. So like I said before, I channeled this as a children's story. And then it just became its own thing. Realized it was a meditation and just love to go to planet Xerxes. It's a great story to tell your kids as well, if you have any. And it's just a fun way to kind of bring yourself back there anytime you want. You can just close your eyes, imagine yourself back there. I'm glad you were relaxed. I really felt this time, even though I was giving the meditation, wasn't as deep as you all were, but just hugging that unicorn, I could just really feel her fur, and it was really nice for me. Oh, you fell asleep again? So if you find yourself falling asleep in meditations, and it sometimes happens because your spirit guides are so glad to get you in a receptive position that they take that time to heal you. So it can indicate maybe that you need to take some extra time for healing, or for connecting with your spirit guide so that you can do the meditation without falling asleep. I'm so glad that you liked it. You're so sweet. Well, I hope you guys got to meet your unicorns. I'd love to hear your stories. If you did, should put them in the chat. I'm glad you got to meet my unicorn, whose name I need to go back and hear it again. I think it was Mikasa. I'm not sure. Her real name, now that she's given it to us. And yeah, thanks for coming, and I'll see you all soon. If you have any questions about anything, if you're interested in working with me, one-on-one sessions, classes, courses, tag membership, or expanding your light working talents and learning things, please let me know, and love to talk to you. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful night. Okay, bye. Thank you for watching. I'm Rachel Chamness at soundwaveseal.com. I love to help lightworkers trans-channel messages, light, and healing in higher dimensions. If you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and follow on social media, and consider checking out my Tag Lightworkers monthly mentorship program.